Hello everyone, CyclingBUL back again, and today I'm doing another race on Zwift, my race number 2. Today's video is a race from the racing series of the Swedish Zwift Racing, and I've decided to go for this one because there were a lot of people. There were 190 people in all categories, and yeah, I don't remember the exact number of people in the B category where I was going to compete, but I wanted to try my potential against a lot of people. When you have more people, it's more demanding, it's more dynamic, I guess, and also points are awarded, which is an additional stimuli for all the cyclists in the race. At the start, I didn't do the mistake that I did last time, not pedaling enough, but also this time it wasn't enough. I had to really put a lot of watts so that I can keep up with the front group. My plan was again doing the same thing, keeping my my power and keeping up with the front group as much as I can, and yeah, until I manage to do it, and then afterwards if I need to drop. But yeah, my plan was to do more or less what I did in my first race. If you haven't seen this one, you can go check it out. And yeah, at the beginning I still had to overcome this difficulty with the turbo trainer and with the delay, but this time was way better. I knew what exactly I have to do, and yeah, way easier start for me. Actually, we managed to make a little breakaway at some point. I mean, it wasn't a little breakaway, but at some point some of the riders behind dropped quite a lot. And yeah, this race also had a bit more of climbing. It had around 450 height meters compared to my first one, which had only 100. So I wasn't really sure how this would go, because my weak point is climbing at the moment. I think at flat races I'm pretty good, but when it comes to climbing I hit the cliff quite fast, and yeah, this might have been a problem for me in this race. Jumping to the 28 with 28 kilometers to go, one guy sprinted. I'm really not sure why he decided to do that, and yeah, but the group left him. I think he wouldn't be able, and also probably the others thought that he wouldn't be able to sustain that power for such a long period. I mean, it was quite early in the race that he decided to sprint. I don't know what his idea was behind this, and yeah, we just left them. We were trying to settle for steady pace. You can see on the map that there was yet another fracture in the group, which I was happy about it, because I could keep with the front group and really pace myself. Still the tempo was quite high. You can see now I'm getting a little bit in front, because I wanted to have this margin of when the climbing starts. I wanted to be a little bit more in the front so I don't drop back. I told you that I don't feel that confident in me climbing, and those short climbs, if somebody decides to go, I wanted to be able to really react at the time. Yeah, you can see the guy that sprinted, it's already back. I really don't know what was his idea in this particular time. Uh, but what happened here? Here it's really interesting. Here it's interesting because some of the guys really decided to sprint, and they've decided to sprint quite strong. Um, you will see now there is this climb that came, and from that moment I really dropped back, and you can see the guys starting to sprint in the front and trying to break away. They caught me napping, I'm sure, because you can see now on the next left turn you will see the guys that are in the front, how far ahead they are already. And I think this was the part of the race that was the most important for me. You can see here everybody was going. The front group was just sprinting away, and I wasn't sure if I need to sprint or we will manage to catch them back. But yeah, I said to myself, because I saw the guy behind me, you see how he dropped really suddenly. So I said to myself that I need to sprint and I need to do everything that I can to catch the group. Now I'm 22nd, and you can see the small group in the front. I was passing people, and yeah, a really important part of the race. Also, I put quite a lot of effort in order to get back to the group. You can see I'm pushing 500, at some point 600 watts, just to be sure that I will get back to the group. My heart rate also went pretty high, and oh man, it was really tough, really tough part of the race. Now finally I managed to get back to the front group, but you can see I'm last, and here we are 19 people out of the whole group that we were before. And I think this breakaway also was the breakaway that would have at the end decide who's gonna win the race. I mean, among the people in that group. Jumping at more or less the end of lap 2, I really had to recover at this point. Although all the guys were keeping quite a high pace, but I really had to recover and to get back my powers after the sprint that I did in order to catch the group. And from this moment on, I was just thinking how I should proceed for the final stage, for the final lap. I wasn't sure again if somebody would decide to sprint and to break away in the last part of the race. So I was trying to keep myself at all time in the front. You can see actually here I'm leading the group a little bit, but I didn't even think of leading for a longer period of time because my legs were burning already really bad. And yeah, it was just the timing of that breakaway was really bad. And it was bad because I wasn't ready to react, and that's why I had to push so much. So here with 10 kilometers to go, what happens is that we are at a climb again, and this time what I've decided to do was to maybe do another fragmentation of this group, because you can see here again the guy behind me dropped a little bit, and I said to myself that it's maybe better if I try to keep this front group a little bit with higher pace in order to break yet again from the small group that had left already. And yeah, here at the beginning of the climb I was pushing quite high wattage, and yeah, I really tried because I wanted to, and I wanted also to see myself in this situation, if I need to pull the group, and if I can actually do something. But yeah, it's at the end it wasn't a successful try. The group caught me back, and yeah, it was just a try. It didn't work out, and from then on I've decided to settle back again and to keep myself in the bunch. protecting myself and really recover for the very last part of the race. And what happened at the last part of the race was really stupid. Here you can see it says 500 meters, 400 meters to the end, and I decided to sprint because last time I sprinted too late and I didn't manage to finish where I believed I could finish. And here 300 meters before the end, you can see how the meters until the end became 2 kilometers, and then they dropped again on 700 meters. And at this point I wasn't even looking at the screen, I was just sprinting because I was expecting any moment now the race to be finished. I was second, I was super happy, and then 600 meters my leg shut down because I was pushing really high wattage. My heart rate went through the roof, and I really didn't know what to do at this point because I didn't have any more energy. I knew that the group behind me will start sprinting really soon, and here you can see my drop. This was the biggest mistake that I did, but I don't think it's a mistake from my side. Yeah, probably a little mistake from my side because I didn't remember how the final 4 corners of the race were. But yeah, I dropped until 14th, 15th at some point, and here I just recruited all of my powers that I have left and sprinted at least to get a little bit better outcome of the whole thing. Yeah, really frustrating final part. At the end I managed to finish 8th, actually 7th, but on the end screen it showed that in the B group I finished 8th. Man, really frustrating. I was working so hard during the whole time and I was feeling really well at the end, and I knew that I think I could have won this race, but this thing that happened really put me down, put me in the back foot. And yeah, you can see I'm shaking my head because I was really pissed. And yeah yeah, that was it. A really good race. 8th is still really good, and you can see it's only less than a second to second place, but yeah, I think I could have been up there. I really think I could have been up there. Actually, at the end of the race, when I went to Zwift Power, my result got disqualified, and you can see my wattage was 4.4 watts per kilogram, which is out of the B group and it should be in the A group. Since I wasn't sure how this will play, I decided to still keep with the B group, but I guess this is also some kind of a positive thing, because next time I will go into the A group. So yeah, but yeah, this is the second race that I do. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and maybe push the bell icon so that you receive every time when I upload a new video, and hopefully a new race soon as well. And see you next time.